4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm Robert Ferguson, and thank you for tuning in. I am going to share with you some information about how a woman lost 50 pounds. I'm going to share with you step by step exactly how I helped her do it, all the way across the pond. I mean, when I say the pond, I'm talking about one of my clients that lives in Australia, 50 pounds gone, 14 inches off her waist. She's rocking, she's rolling, and I learned a lot about Australia. Two, I'm going to share with you two studies that you want to know about. And I just want to have a candid conversation, really, a candid conversation about nutrition. Because at the end of the day, as I share with you these two studies that just came out, it's all about nutrition education. That makes all of the difference. Now, without further delay, let's get this party started, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's do this.
Author and nutritionist Robert Ferguson. Please welcome Robert Ferguson.
All right, y'all, let's hear it for America's Fat Loss Coach, Robert
Ferguson! Okay. Whoa! Hey, okay. Before I dive in, please do me a favor. If you're in a situation where you can share this, share it with other people. I share because I care. And I love to put information out there that can benefit you and help you not just lose weight, but improve all areas of metabolic health. So we're talking cholesterol, blood pressure. I mean, you name it. This is what we've been doing for a really long time, and we're really good at it. We're evidence-based, meaning the evidence came before what I'm sharing with you, but we're clinically proven, meaning we have had third parties be part of our testing to bring clarity to the fact that everything that I'm sharing is proven. I mean, it's science, but it's proven, right? So it's not one of those guessing things. And when it comes to losing weight, it's not just losing weight. It's about reducing excess body fat and improving overall health. Now, if you haven't been to our YouTube channel, or if you're catching me there, please like, subscribe, woo, and make sure you hit that bell so that whenever we upload anything, at least you are aware of it. Now, if you look at it or don't look at it, hey, that's on you or that's on us. But I want you to have access to the information. Okay? Now, if you're catching me new, all right, we got Susie here. What's up, Susie? Susie is in the house. What's up, Susie? Actually, tonight I'm doing a coach training in a few hours for those who are coaches with the Diet Free Life Institute, the DFL Institute. And if you're interested in becoming a coach, starting a new career, reach out to us, because we are growing and we're growing rapidly, and we are in need of more coaches because the demand is out there. Okay, so we would love to talk. You can learn more about it. Reach out to me. This is not something that started yesterday and then it's here today and then it's gone tomorrow. We have been at this. I mean, when Michelle Obama came out with Let's Move, we were already in it. They came, they're gone. There's been a whole bunch of different organizations and programs come out. They came, they're gone. I'm still here, thank God. And we're still making it happen. So I just want to have a candid conversation, you guys, a candid conversation. All right, we got Linda Jackson in the house, who's a new coach, who is the epitome of someone who totally has reversed her insulin resistance. Wow. That being said, let's before I share with you these studies, and if you have questions, feel free to. I just wanted to I was just impressed with my clients. I am so excited about the results that she has attained. And I'm talking about you, Cheryl. Cheryl learned about me years ago watching my infomercial that did really well in Australia called Food Lovers. And she stayed in touch with me. And then 2 years ago, in 2021, February, I made available coaching. And she decided to come on board shortly after that. And she became my client. Now, she was trying to lose weight. She was putting forth a good effort, like a lot of people, but the weight wasn't coming off. It just wasn't. And so when she reached out to me to learn more about the coaching, she was happy to see that it was affordable. And she was also happy to learn that a lot of what she had learned about my methodology had changed. And I'm not going to go into great detail about that, but if some of you got my program, 10 plus years ago, you are not current. You're not. So you want to get current. So you can reach out to me. You can work with me directly. You can work with some of our other coaches. And if you want, you can do our 8-week fat loss challenge, which is, we have one that's people are graduating this weekend, and that challenge has gone well. So if you're ready for something, look in the description below, click on the challenge because it's a really good challenge. It has like many challenges inside of the challenge. So over an 8-week period, you learn about the Diet for Your Life methodology. You learn how to, if you wanted to do fasting, how to do it in a healthy, safe way. You learn just a lot. So it's not just about losing weight and feeling great and improving your metabolic health. You learn. And that is the big differentiator between people who diet and people who don't, meaning those who learn how to live what I refer to as a diet-free life. Now, my client Cheryl, 50 pounds, if you go from 200 pounds to 150, that feels good. If you don't agree with me, hey, let me know in the comments. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. To lose 50 pounds, that's a lot of weight. And to do it where you don't have to avoid carbs, you don't have to give up your favorite foods. She was able to eat regular, everyday foods, go on trips, vacations through the pandemic in 50 pounds. And then imagine 14 inches off your waist. 14 inches off her waist. And then we're looking at metabolic health. She was headed in a direction to become a type 2 diabetic. And now she's not. But thanks to technology, I'm able to coach her, and she's all the way in Australia, and I'm primarily in either Ventura, California, or Boca Raton, Florida. She didn't have to fast. She didn't have to take some supplements. She didn't have to kill herself, avoid food. She learned how to eat. The value in what we do with the Diet for Your Life methodology is you becoming informed. If you're not informed, then you fall prey to even those who are misinformed. Okay? Now, I'll give you, if you got questions, I'll tell you exactly how she dropped the 50 pounds. And I'm going to share a little bit about the Diet for Your Life methodology. I'm going to start doing that on a regular basis, right? Now, I'm looking at this study that just came out on March 21st, 2023. And it comes from the Endocrine Society. And the study basically says that obesity risk may pass from mothers to daughters. Okay, this is interesting because in the study, what they demonstrate is that if a mom is overweight or obese, while she's, when she's getting ready, she gets pregnant, then after pregnancy, the daughters, not the son, the daughters are significantly likely to be obese and battle with their weight as an adult. So mom, this study says if you're struggling with your weight, your kid, your daughter is pretty likely to struggle with her weight. Now, I know when we talk about gut health, the gut microbiome is passed from the mom to the child, boy or girl, or whatever you identify with. Okay, but the microbiome is a gift, a present from our moms. So if you ever have some problems with your gut, you can blame it on mom. I'm just kidding. Now we know that if mom is overweight or obese, challenging with her weight, the child, the daughter, is likely to experience the same thing. Now, there's other studies that demonstrate that if one parent is obese there's a 40% likelihood that the kids will be obese as adults. If both parents are obese, the child is 80% likely to be obese as an adult. Guys, look around. Like you have these people who are getting pregnant for the first time. They're starting a family. They're not the healthiest person. And they're not even thinking about what I just shared with you. They're setting their kids up to struggle. Okay. Another article that just came out, study, March 21st. Shit, these are the same day. It says, the title says, diet and exercise programs alone won't tackle childhood obesity. Whoa. So what are they saying? In this study, it's very clear that nutrition education, or a lack of nutrition education, is a precursor on if those kids are going to battle with their weight. And when we say battle with weight, we're also talking about battle with metabolic health. If you are not informed, this study says if you are not informed about nutrition, you're set up to lose, and not weight, but lose the opportunity to live your best and healthiest life. And not just you, but your kids. Now, when we did our studies, our clinical trial in Missouri, one of the things that we did, and the same thing when I did one in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, is that we had people take a survey in the beginning just to kind of quantify what their nutrition education was. And then, of course, we changed how the questions are asked. And at the end of our clinical trial, we gave the participants another questionnaire. And it demonstrated that they had grown significantly in their knowledge. Their aptitude had increased significantly. And then when we go back and look at those people, we find that the majority of them have kept the weight off and have continued to optimize their metabolic health. So in our own work, nutrition education is king. Now, I could ask some questions right now. And a lot of the questions I could ask about nutrition, most people just don't know. And I know this because I coach a lot of people. And the coaches that I work with coach a lot of people. And we discover this. And one of the things that's cool about when you're being coached, yes, it's nice if you're losing weight. And yes, you can see the progress in certain areas of your progress. But to me, the most exciting part about coaching you is you becoming informed and knowledgeable. It's like one of my clients said to me, she had a question about something. I can't remember exactly, but I had an answer for her. And she was like, every time I get on a call with you, Robert, I feel like I learned something new. I go, yeah, that's my job. My job is to put you in a position when I'm coaching you where you become the expert in nutrition. I want you to be the expert when it comes to nutrition. And then a lot of these people end up becoming coaches because we have a proprietary methodology called the diet-free life methodology. And they become very knowledgeable of the methodology, so then they can coach other people. It feels really good when you're coaching other people. It really does. And many of the coaches do this full time. They start off with baby steps. Then next thing you know, they quit their regular job. And now they have flexible hours and they're having a blast educating people. Wow. Education is king. And if you're not informed, you are more likely to fall prey to those who are misinformed. And when it comes to nutrition, a lot of people are just not informed. I give you 3 examples. We did a survey where we talked about this hormone called insulin. And insulin is a very, very powerful, helpful hormone. And certain foods will cause more insulin to be secreted compared to other foods. So we took 100 people in the survey. We had doctors, nutritionists, dietitians, personal trainers, health coaches, wellness coaches, and we asked them this question that goes like this: of these two foods, which one causes the greater insulin response? And 100% of them gave the wrong answer. I mean, that's crazy. And then I was part of this survey where I believe it was like 150 of us were asked a question, when you lose fat, like, how do you lose it? Like where does it go? Like, how does it leave the body? Like, is it burned inside? And it was kind of open. And only 3 of us, and I was one of the 3, gave the correct answer. And they put this question in front of doctors and nutritionists and dietitians, anyone who was in the wellness space. Interesting, isn't it? And we go to our doctors and we just assume they're going to give us the right answers. No, they're not. And when it comes to weight loss, it ain't going to be easy either. There's a lot of people out there just lying. It's like I had a lady the other day called me because the only clients I really take on new are ones that somehow either knew me or they're part of our Facebook group or they're referred by another one of my clients. That's how I get clients. Like, and every once in a while I'll put something out. Like I have people that I'm working with right now that have PCOS and fatty liver. And I wanted to work with some people who are dealing with that right now as part of my continuously growing clinical trials. And it's going really, really, really well. Well, that's how I get clients, but refer. So this lady gets referred by one of my clients. And she tells me that she just bought this product called Release from this company called Golo. And they talk a lot about insulin resistance, right? And they're saying that there's this capsule you can take that's going to help with insulin resistance. Here's the deal. That capsule is more likely to be causing more problems in the gut, dysbiosis. That capsule cannot improve insulin resistance. It's not going to happen. But people are looking for answers, man. They're looking for a solution. It ain't going to be in no capsule. Well, not the majority of the time. Nutrition education, you guys. Nutrition education. Okay, now I shared 2 studies. I'm not going to stay here forever. Someone just made a comment how much they love the challenge. The challenge is really good. It really is. I strongly recommend, if you're looking to drop some body fat or you just want to better understand nutrition, do our 8-week fat loss challenge. I have made available the link. After next week, I'll start to promote it as we get ready for another challenge. And then we're going to totally change the challenge. We're going to do a challenge actually in a couple months on food is medicine. Yes. Food is medicine. That's going to be a good one. I've been working on it for like the last 4 months. It's going to be good. It is good. But that'll be one. And if you already are, participating in one of our challenges, like if you do this one, it'll put you in a much healthier, better place to maximize the food is medicine challenge that we're going to launch in a couple months. Okay. Any questions while you guys have me? Why you got me here? Oh, and now I'll share just a couple things with you. Couple things. Okay. I shared 2 studies. New changes in the program are working for me. Sherry, love it. Well, thank you, Sherry. Thank you. The new program, the new methodology, the updates all go back where the big shift took place in 2010. So it's 2023 as I'm recording this. That's 13 years ago. And it was rocky, the changes. So we knew that the carb, we all have a carb threshold, same as we have a protein and a fat threshold. But the carb threshold was very, very, very important to understand, because if you have insulin resistance, which a lot of people did and do now, losing weight is not about calories in and calories out. That is an ongoing lie that just continues to be shared from one person to another. And when you talk to people, you'll be up to date with knowledge, but they won't. So they won't really get what you're saying. Um, and that can be frustrating. Many times I'm on an airplane sitting next to someone, and we start sharing information about our lives, our health, like what we do for a living. And when they find out what I do, they either start trying to tell me how to do it better, or they just start talking really crazy. And I have to make a decision at that time. Do I want to just keep talking to this person? Um, and I'm not going to be rude, but it's like, is it worth me helping them become informed? It's a decision. It's a tough decision that I'm faced with on a regular basis. The majority of the time, I don't have the energy, because one, you got to put disbelief in what they believe they know is true, and then you got to like bring clarity and educate them and take. I mean, I don't want to be on a plane for 2 hours or 5 hours, giving a free, college course on nutrition. I really don't want to do that. But I do like to help people. I do like to share information. But 5 hours, and then sometimes people want to argue with you. It's like, do I really have to like go online and share with you citations just to get you to realize that what you think you know is not true? Well, anyway, my client in Australia, Cheryl, she has insulin resistance. She's almost out of it now. She had extremely high level of insulin resistance, and now she's like a month away from having no insulin resistance. I'm watching people like, don't put it off, man. That's why we have the challenge. Like, here's a baby step, or reach out to me if you want to get with a coach. I'll connect you with one. But Cheryl, congratulations on dropping that weight and being extremely successful. Um, that's why we do this. I appreciate you. I really do. Okay, so before I go, let's go over like a couple things about nutrition, just to see, so you can see what I mean, how people are just not informed. Okay, but before I do that, because we're almost are coming to a close, and I actually just impromptu wanted to do this because we got faster internet. My upload is much faster, so I'm able to stream without, the my video getting blurred and all that stuff. So I'm happy to see that this has worked out pretty good. So let me ask a question, and I want you guys to answer. But first, let me just put a disclaimer out there. Actually, this is more of a PSA. This is a public service announcement. If you are doing keto, if you're doing low carb, high protein, listen to me. I am seeing a lot of people that are creating a lot of internal damage in their gut because of that. And it's not pretty. It is not pretty. So stop it. Stop. I don't care who you're talking to, what expert you see. I would be more than willing to get on a conversation with any of those people. I'll go on anyone's video. They can show all the science they want to share with me. I'll share science also. But keep in mind, I have coached thousands of people, to include Cheryl. Cheryl didn't have to give up carbs. Cheryl didn't have to like stop living. She didn't have to avoid food groups. That 50 pounds is gone. Linda, who's live right now, she's almost at 80 pounds gone. And there's a whole bunch more people I can share with you. They have not given up carbs. So if someone wants to like debate over this, just keep in mind, I have 2 evidence-based, clinically proven studies that we've done on the methodology. We're getting ready to do a couple more. We got some universities that are involved. And every person they can bring to me that lost weight avoiding, carbs, I can bring 2, 3, 4 times that ate carbs. So it's going to be hard to like beat me in a debate when this is what we do and we're consistent with it, and we've done work with some of the biggest companies in the United States of America. So a lot of those people don't want people to know about Diet Free Life. because they're selling you on these dreams of avoid carbs. And a lot of you who are out there that probably aren't listening and watching for too long, you're out there preaching eating keto and avoiding carbs. And the people you're influencing, you're creating dysbiosis in their gut. Our gut is very important to overall health. You ever look around? Have you noticed in the news that more people today, young and old, are getting cancer? Way more than 10, 15, 20 years ago. Way more. You go back to 1980, no one had non-alcoholic fatty liver. Now we're looking at 20 to 25% of the adult population has it. Wow. Okay, anyway, let's just go to a couple questions. Cashews. Are cashews a fruit? Are they a nut? Like, what are they? If you know the answer, I may have a gift for you. Okay, post it in the bottom. Okay, in the comments. If you're catching it live, what are cashews? Go on Google, look it up. I love cashews. It's one of my favorite. I do call it a nut, but in reality, it's a fruit. Okay, let's see here. Debbie Phillips, what's up? She says, yes, I did keto, but was more happy to get on diet-free life. Congratulations. Keto is messing up a lot of people. A lot of people. Talk to some gastroenterologists who study the gut. What they're saying is not good if you're doing keto. Stop it now. Anyone that you know that's doing it, just stop it. And I'm seeing a whole bunch of young ladies under the age of 35. They are just messed up. And it takes a little bit of work to get that garden back in order. Man, if you just could see a little bit of what I'm seeing, it is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. I think these people should go to jail for pushing keto. I'm serious. And then you have like this lady who I talked to yesterday who is buying this product, this capsule. They told her, if you take this capsule, it's going to help your insulin resistance. You know that we are vulnerable, that we are crying out for help when we just keep buying all these different things because of what they promise in the ad. Wow. A capsule I could fix insulin resistance. Really? Okay. Like I shared in a post. I have some property I can sell you, beachfront in Montana. I'll give it to you for $1. Just Venmo me $1 and I'll send it to you. Because it's not even possible. But we're falling prey to everything. And then we just there's people who are diabetic. You know who you are. You're not even checking your blood glucose. You don't even want to see it because you know it's up. So you just oppress it. You just like sweep it under the rug. See, that's one of the cool parts when you have a coach. It's like you have to get real. You want to have a get real moment. And a get real moment is, okay, I'm stepping on the scale. I'm going to do my waist. I'm going to check my glucose. Yeah, it sucks at times. Yep. But we can talk through it. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. And by the way, cashews are a fruit, you guys. You can pick cashews out of a tree. Here's another question. We surveyed quite a few people, and all of them got it wrong. But we asked them the question, when you think of peanut butter, and you have 3 macronutrients, carbohydrates, you got fats, and then you have protein. How would you classify peanut butter? Is it a protein? Is it a carbohydrate? Is it a fat? I'm going to wait. I want to see a few people answer. Yeah, cashews would be a fat based on the diet-free life methodology, Debbie. So she asked me that question, so I'm answering it. But, so what is peanut butter? Is peanut butter a protein, a carbohydrate, or a fat? A protein, a carbohydrate, or a fat. Now, for those of you who are informed and you know about the Diet Free Life methodology, of course, you guys know the answer. But the majority of people, when we surveyed this question, categorize peanut butter as a protein, even though it is 5 times higher in fat calories. So with our methodology, we look at peanut butter as a fat. As my mom said as a kid, if it looks like a duck, if it sounds like a duck, son, it's probably a duck. Well, my question back is, why is it that so many people think peanut butter is a protein? And then I'm gonna be out. Who can answer that? Why is it that most people you talk to think that peanut butter is a protein? Okay, I'm gonna wait. I want to see somebody answer this. I'm gonna wait. Come on. Why is it? I'm not saying what it is anymore. We already know that it's higher in fat calories. But why is it that most people think peanut butter is a protein? Okay, Deb says people look at me funny when I tell them it's a fat. Yep, that's true. They will. They'll be like, okay, she don't know what she's talking about. But somebody please answer this question. Why is it that most people think peanut butter is a protein? If you're not new to me and you're just catching this live, I would look, even if it's a replay. Why do you think that is? I'm going to share with you why, but I want to hear from you guys. Why do most people look at peanut butter as a protein and not a fat? I'm going to answer it. Someone just said, I just had that argument last week. Someone on Facebook. If you put your name, I could mention your name. Okay. Peanut butter, yes, we know it's a fat, but the question is, okay, someone said it's sold as a protein powder. Nope. Someone else said because the FDA said so. We're getting close. Okay, I'm gonna wait for two more responses, and then I'll tell you why. Okay, Sandy, I'm trying to figure out what did you say, Sandy? What did you say? Sandy said it was Sandy. It's Sandy Silver. So I don't know if she had that argument with someone last week. I don't know. So, okay, well, I'm waiting, and then we're gonna be done. I'll be done. I'll close out. Why is it that most people think peanut butter is a protein? Man, come on, you guys. You guys are smart. I need somebody to somebody. Someone. So why? All right, so I'm going to ask the question again. Why is it that so many people think peanut butter is a protein? Why? Someone says, all right, Sherry says because it contains protein. Okay, well, it contains carbs and it contains fat. You know what I'm saying? Like when people look at a potato, do they call that a protein? No. They look at a baked potato, do they call it a fat? No. They call it a carb. When someone looks at steak, do they call it a carb? No. Do they call it a steak fat, even though it has a good amount of fat in it? No, they call it protein. So why do we look at peanut butter and call it a protein? Okay, someone says, I was taught that in college. Yes, now we're getting close. Someone else said food pyramid classification. And Sandy says, because we are informed by the misinformed. And then someone else says, either they are misinformed or because the label says it's a protein. That's Linda. Okay. So I'm going to go with Eldona. I like this. I was taught this in college. Okay, here's the answer. There's a thing called being indoctrinated. So when doctors go to medical school, which is largely paid for and sponsored by pharmaceutical companies, they are taught certain things, and certain things they're not taught. They are taught things in a way that when they get out of med school and begin their practice, that those things are indoctrinated in them, and it's just part of who they are. Right? It's almost like, not the best example, but consider like a cult. Like you go into a cult and the goal is to get you to believe a certain way. And then when you graduate, you go out into the world, certain things are just indoctrinated in you. It's kind of like religion, the same thing can happen, right? You have these doctrines, these ways of thinking, these beliefs that become part of who you are. Well, the government has its pyramid, has its ways of eating, and how it classifies certain foods, right? So, like beans are considered a protein, even though they're highest in carbohydrates by the government. And when you look at indoctrination of food, right, you're looking at you're looking at the way food will be put in front of people in hospitals, put in front of people in prisons, put in front of people that go to college, cafeteria services, anywhere where it's a government related or government institution, they have to abide by this way of thinking when it comes to food. So peanut butter gets introduced as a protein by the government. And then it's in all of the books. We're indoctrinated to look at peanut butter as a protein, even though it has 5 times more fat calories. And if people understood just that, they would go, well, is it a fat or a protein? Well, shit, it's got 5 times. That's like saying, it has 50 calories of fat and let's say 15 calories of protein. So is it a fat or well, the majority of it is a fat. So let's call it a fat. But that's not how things are designed. And that's just the way it is. So unless you learn or know better, you just regurgitate what was taught to you. So when you went to college and they said peanut butter was a protein, you probably didn't challenge that teaching. You probably said, "Oh, okay. Oh, okay." And that's just what we do. We just follow the leader. And that's why we become gullible to buying products like this Golo release capsule. Because they say, "Oh, okay." And if they can convince you and make it really sound like that's the answer, it must be a product. It's got to be a product. It can't just be information. It can't be being informed. It can't be being educated. Yes, it's all about education. That's the part that makes what we do so different than everyone else. When you went to Weight Watchers, they educate you on their method, but they don't educate you to become independent. They educate you so you're codependent on their way. And most diets are that way, right? If it's even counting calories, you will lose weight. But then when you stop counting calories, you will gain the weight back. So you get educated on a method that keeps you confined. And that diet mentality, you know what I mean? We're teaching freedom. And the only reason why I have clients that I coach for 20 years is because they like the accountability of checking in with their coach. And they love the fact that whenever they talk to me, if they have questions about a label, if they have a question about a new food, they have a question about certain things, then I'm on top of it and I'm going to share that information with them. So it keeps them informed. They don't got to go spend hours and hours reading journals and staying up to date on what the real science is, because they have a coach and I'm going to be there to share it with them, even if they're not even thinking about it. That's why I have clients for 20 plus years. That's why even when I made this coaching program a couple years ago, I'm still coaching a large majority of those people. The people who I don't coach, they either got in their own way or they decided that they wanted to venture on. I mean, I don't know. But a large majority of these people that I reach out to, I mean, it's unfortunate, but many of them gain their weight back. And then now they got to deal with, can I get humble enough to reach back out to Robert? And some of them I've called and I pick up on the phone. They go, I've been thinking about calling you, been thinking about it. And then we made it happen. Because when you're talking, you can make it happen. Anyway. All right. So anyway, indoctrination, food pyramid, we got this. Thank you guys. I did not mean to be on here this long, but I am so happy to see that I can stream and not have the problems that I was having as far as uploading video. So my goal is to be live every day, at least once a day. And so I'm getting everything set up. It's going to be Diet Free Life with Robert Ferguson. And I'm going to have coaches on here. I'm going to have clients on here. I'm going to have celebrities on here. I'm going to have other experts on here. I'm going to share with you studies. I'm going to be coming to you live. So do me a favor, if you haven't already, go to YouTube and you can subscribe on YouTube. You can hit the bell so that anytime I upload something live or we just upload a video, you'll be notified, and then you can look and say, oh, I'm interested. Oh, nah, I'm not really interested in that. Or, oh, I was waiting on Robert to talk about this. So that's why you want to subscribe, because I don't always come on Facebook if you're only on Facebook, right? A lot of people are headed to YouTube more and more, and that's what's growing. But as long as Facebook is here, I will definitely continue to share information on Facebook. So, all right, there you go. Hey, enjoy. If you have not done the challenge, I want to encourage you to check it out. 8-week fat loss challenge. You go at your own pace. I recommend that if you do join the challenge, make sure you make your starting day a Monday. It works out better that way. And then we have a rest day based on certain things in the challenge on Sundays. And then you're back at it on Monday. So when you first go in, there's like steps 1 through 4. Watch those videos. They set you up and tell you what's in play, what's available to you. And then, boom, you're ready to go. You can do your grocery shopping on Saturday, Sunday, and then wake up on Monday and boom, get it done. All right. All right, you guys. That was fun. Thank you. I'm out of here now. So until the next one, again, I'm sharing because I care. But until the next one, be safe, God bless, and I look forward to it. Peace.